Hi, we're out on an adventure today. We're on our way to Silver City, Idaho, which is a living ghost town. It's about 2 hours from Boise. It's also a little windy. I've got another about 23 miles or so to go, but I'm super excited to share this with you. Behind me you can see some poster boards or signage, and this is about the mines that are here, and that's actually what brought Silver City a lot of money. So we're gonna go check out this ghost town, and I'll see you there. Okay, so this is the road to Silver City. You can see that it's not exactly the kind of place you want to take a Prius on. And you also want to make sure you have plenty of gas because there's not much there for you in that regard. But nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? So this is the hotel, and kind of a cool factoid about it is there was a cannon that went off in the 1800s and blew out a third of the windows. I can't imagine that the owner was terribly happy about that. This is Silver City. There's the church way over there. We'll go check that out in a little bit. You can see it's a very blustery day. It's autumn. Here's Pat's Whatnot shop. Let's go see if they're open. Okay, luckily there was one place open because Silver City is not open year-round. It opens on, is it Memorial Day or Labor Day? One of them. And then they close during the winter. So you only have that amount of time. But luckily Pat was still here in her Pat's Whatnot shop, and I gotta tell you, even though it's cold, oh, it's really delightful, and I got a nice hot cup of coffee. And you should stop in and talk with Pat. She's really, really sweet. I picked up some jewelry for my kids. You can see behind me there's some restoration efforts that are happening. And I wanted to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about Silver City. During its heyday, it had somewhere between 2,500 and 4,000 people living here. And they made a lot of money on these mines. It was a particularly profitable. And, but then the quality of the ore declined, and so people stopped mining here. At one point, the town literally got down to just one resident, Willie, I think his name was Willie, and this chap held the chief of police position. He was the fireman, and he was also the postmaster. So I'm not quite sure how those elections worked out there, but somehow he managed to win every time. Not sure what kind of drugs that drugstore sold, but sadly we can't go in and find out. Nice little creek. You can see it's autumn. The leaves are all falling off the trees. And some more kind of older structures over here. And I don't know what that is. In case you're lost, we're on Washington Street. That looks like an outhouse down there, and a meat market apparently. And all of the buildings in Silver City are owned. So if you do come, maybe try and be a little bit respectful of people's property. This obviously was a structure up here. Maybe some doors of some kind. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. Right, so if you're looking for a fixer-upper, I'm not sure what it would take to make this run. But I think it would be a lot of work. And more houses. Not sure which building this one is, but I have a theory that it's a brothel because it has balconies, and every brothel in the Old West had balconies, right? I mean, Hollywood wouldn't lie. Outhouse. And a river runs through it. Well, I mean a creek. And outhouse. And over here, we've just got more of the town. And we've got Dally Barn. Do not dilly-dally. Apparently it is a livery and stable. And it was established, looks like 1857. And they've got cowboys. They're not real. I'm not sure what that is, but it's cool. And they even have curtains. Yay. I don't think that people use curtains as often as they should. And over there, I'm not sure if that's the back end of the hotel or the Grange. I'm not sure which one it is, but something you should know, if that is the back of the hotel, is that it is one of the few historic sites that are completely off-grid. It runs off of propane and solar. Not sure if that's it. Or maybe that's it down there. I see solar panels. Truth in advertising. And another outhouse. All right, here is the Idaho Standard School, 1892. This is not your typical tiny little schoolhouse. So there used to be a lot of people here. Making our way now to the church, and you can see that just behind me up the embankment. I don't know, up the rocks, up the hill. And I think I might actually spin you around because there's a really cool stained glass window that I think you would enjoy. Check out the stained glass. We're gonna take a look up there. The other side of the schoolhouse. Very cool, lots of windows. Advanced learning. This is, I guess, the staircase up to the church. Not gonna lie, this is not the best staircase I've ever seen built. Al natural. Kind of a cute house over there, kind of Victorian looking. And here's the town from up above. And sadly, we can't go into the church because looks like some maintenance is going on. That's okay. We got to come up here, kind of see the town from a higher perspective. And one thing that you may want to know about the hotel is that you can actually stay there. They do take guests during their open season. Okay, and this is the old Masonic Lodge. Looks like a pretty happening place. That's the back side of the livery right there. And I believe the first time I came out here, this was actually for sale. I might be wrong, I'm not sure. And outhouse. Okay, so an answer to that age-old question, what happens to all those old horseshoes? They've got a horseshoe. It's a pretty big park. It looks like 10 different pits, I don't know, stands. But good for them for putting all of the old horseshoes to use. I almost left without seeing the cemetery. Can you believe that? So we're gonna head down there. And this must be like the biggest culvert I've ever seen. It's very impressive. They must get a lot of water. We made it. It was a little bit of a walk. You definitely want hiking boots because it's pretty rocky. But here we are. We finally made it to the cemetery. So you get to walk with me. How's that? Can you see it just up there past those trees? Not gonna lie, it's a little chilly. But that's okay because I'm pretty sure that zombies don't like the cold either, so we should be safe. So here, if you look, that's kind of where we're going, except we're gonna go in the entrance, which is over here. Yay. And yeah, zombies definitely would have problems with this. Okay, so we'll be safe. Whew. So, I'm hoping that it's not like weird that I always enjoy going to cemeteries. 1820. Hey, that's a pretty nice headstone. I'm not sure what the chains are for though. Let's see, there's a path this way. Oh, I don't like seeing the little, those are very small. There's more over here. Looks like this one broke. 1874. So they've really actually kind of kept it. 1874. I don't understand these cages. We saw them when we were in Custer. And I don't know if it's supposed to be like a family plot or, let's see, 1841 this person was born, a native of New York. Okay, so all of you New Yorkers out there, I guess you guys are really happy and proud of that. That's good. 1827. Oh, 1810. And then up here, there's more of those gated ones. I don't know what this is, maybe a mausoleum or something? Let's check it out. Okay, so Chris Stutter, born 1839 in Switzerland, reportedly killed by Indians June 8th, 1878. That's unfortunate. Let's see, so here is, who is this? Oliver Hazard Purdy. Hazard's kind of a cool name. Bear Orleans Company, New York, September 12, 1824, killed in the Bannock Indian War. His motto was forewarned, forearmed. Okay. His creed, he was always ready for the battle. When the bugle sounded, he never flinched from duty. Oh, well, that's kind of nice. Good guy, nice and man of action. So one of the things that's really, really evident is that people, I don't know if it's just the people that were buried here, but it doesn't look like they lived very long. So, you know, I don't know if it's just the hard life or the time frame, but, or just pure dumb luck. I don't know. But I feel like a lot of the other cemeteries we've, you know, that I've visited, people lived longer. I don't know. So I might have to do a little bit of reading and see. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed this tour of Silver City, and I hope that you make it out. And if not, well, I'm glad that I could take you for a little walkthrough. Bye.